welcome back to another video. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. So for this video, I want to do something with the iPad in Procreate because it's been a while since I've used it. The past few videos, it's been always traditional art, either with a scroller box or just some marker art that I've been into lately. So this time I decided to change things around. I wanted to do some art celebrating the new year. Something very simple. I'm not too sure what I'll do yet, but that's more or less the idea. And I also wanted to talk to you about the new year and setting up your own goals, your art goals or goals in general, because it's something we usually do when starting a new year, right? So yeah, those are the plans for this video. So there will probably be some voiceover along the video as I draw. And with that said, I think we're ready to start. So grab your drink, don't forget your snack, get comfortable, and come draw along with me. So we're reaching the time of the year where we think a lot about what we want to achieve in the new year. Something we all tend to do, even if sometimes we don't want to go after trends or anything like that. I think everyone thinks about what they want to achieve in a year. The only issue is we overthink this and we want to achieve so much, and that's not really helpful. That's why I wanted to talk to you a bit about it, because I found that the best way to do this is to think small. Yes, I know everyone says think big, achieve great things, yada yada. I think that can be very overwhelming, because we only have so much time in our days and in our lives that we don't need to be worrying about achieving any goal that we assign ourselves. It can be too overwhelming, and then we'll feel bad at the end of the year. It always goes like this, or almost always, depending on the person, of course. But I always feel that keeping things small can be helpful, and that way it will be easier for you to achieve goals and achieve some of the things you want. Another thing I think is helpful is to quantify those goals, because that way it's easier to track. So for example, let's say you want to read more this year, instead of going, oh, I want to read more. I mean, sure, of course, that's a good goal, but try to quantify it. Like, I want to read five books this year. You'll probably read more, but 5 books is a good number because it's easy to achieve. So for example, you want to do more art this year. Then you can write down, I want to draw at least 3 illustrations this year. Again, probably you'll do more than that, but it's already a good number, and once you tick off that goal, you'll feel good about yourself. Another thing is to keep your list small. Like usually for me, I go for 5 goals maximum. Sometimes it's less, because I know if I just list too many things, most of them won't be achievable. The list will just overwhelm me. And speaking of which, I do have a few journal pages. Some are daily pages that you can annotate your habits and stuff like that, but the other ones are about goals. And in one of those pages about goals, I will go over easy ways for you to write down your goals, think about your goals, and write them down. So it's as enjoyable for you as possible. So yeah, I would say go for like 3 to 5 goals, quantify them. Don't go for big numbers. Just have fun with it, you know. Don't overthink this. Don't try too hard. It's not worth it. This is just for you. So I think that the whole goal is for you to feel good about yourself and about the things you've achieved. So yeah, I have those pages. They're on my Gumroad page. I will leave a link in the description for those journal pages, and all you have to do is get them, then you download them and print them at your home, and then you can use them however you wish. If you want to use them digitally, that's possible as well. But yes, don't overthink things too much. I think that it's the first obstacle on achieving any goals, and it can be exciting. And if, for example, if one of your goals is to draw more or to become better at drawing, although that's a bit subjective, I would suggest you to think, what do you want to improve at? Do you want to improve anatomy? Do you want to improve drawing backgrounds? Do you want to improve drawing animals? So think about those things and then write them down. For example, you want to improve at drawing anatomy. Okay, let's see if we can break this down into even smaller topics. So what can we learn in anatomy? Drawing the proportions, drawing the face, the arms, the hands, torso, etc. and etc. Right? There's a lot of things that you can learn and improve at with anatomy. So break that down into smaller steps. So in this case, let's say I want to get better at drawing faces. Okay, great, write that down. But you can even break this down into a smaller step. I want to get better at drawing eyes, noses, mouths, ears, eyebrows, and then you can choose one of those. So for example, you say, I want to get better at drawing eyes. Write that down and take some time on that. Learn to draw better eyes, study it, try different things, and then once you feel you've improved at eyes, you can go to the next item on the list, and so on and so on. And at the end of the year or sometime later, you'll see actual results. If you just think about, I want to improve anatomy, it's a lot to take in, and then you'll feel that your improvement is slower, let's say. So yeah, break everything into smaller steps and then go one step at a time until you have accomplished the whole big goal. Of course, this depends from person to person because we are all different and we learn differently. But for me, this is the way that works, and I will see my improvement better this way. If you want to draw more often, for example, there are many exercises that you can do to keep things fun, so you won't get bored with drawing the same thing over and over again. For example, you can, well, first of all, you don't need to spend a whole lot of time drawing something. You can do just some doodles, some sketches. Just open up your sketchbook and draw a smiley face, for example. Draw random doodles. That's one exercise that I think can be very fun, and you don't really need to think much about it. You just let your pen or your pencil slide through the page and something will happen. Maybe it's a weird pattern, maybe it's smiley faces, I don't know. You never know where your mind will take you. Just let it flow and see what happens. And you can do like a session of 5 minutes maybe every day of this. Another exercise you could do is grab a piece of paper and use a marker or use some paint you have at home and draw random blobs of paint on the page. And then you can try to look at those blobs, at those splashes of paint, and draw whatever you see in them. This is a really good exercise because it will also work on your creativity, on your imagination, and it's easy. What else? What else can you do to help you draw more often? Prompts. If you've seen my videos or my art classes or even my posts on social media, you know that I'm a big fan of drawing prompts. I think these are great, especially when you have no idea of what to draw. You have a prompt and you just have to draw what the prompt says. If the prompt is a flower, then draw a flower. It doesn't matter what kind of flower it is. You can go simple, draw just like a circle and the petals around it. Or you can go a bit more complex with it. You can draw your favorite flower. You can take this time to do a few studies of flowers and do something new. Yeah, I think there are many levels of difficulty to the prompts, and you can choose which one do you want to go at that time. I think that drawing prompts are great, especially when you're going through an art block or just have no ideas. There's a place you can turn to. I have lots of lists of prompts on my social media. I also have this huge bundle of 366 prompts, so you can do a prompt a day on my Gumroad page as well, so you can take a look at it Again, you can buy it, then download it and print it if you want. Let's say that one of your goals is to draw something every single day. That's an idea. Just go check on a prompt every day and draw it. It's fun, and most of the times it's easy since the idea is already there. Now what we do with the idea, it's totally up to you. Do you want to be more creative with it or keep it simple? So yeah, there are many things you can do to draw more often, but my main advice for starting the new year and writing down your goals is to just keep things simple. Be nice to yourself. Write down a small list of simple goals that you want to achieve, be it art-wise or not. Don't get too frustrated if things don't go well. It's okay. You have the whole year and even more than that, because even if the year ends and you achieve your goal or didn't, you always have next year. So I think main advice when setting goals and thinking about what you want to achieve in the new year is to just be chill about it, okay? But yeah, I think this is it for this video. I wish you all the best in this new year. I hope you have very happy days. If you want, share with me in the comments what are your goals for the next year. What else? Don't forget to check out the links in the description for journal pages if you're interested in them, and for the prompt pack. The prompt packs, I think they are always really fun. So yeah, check that out in the description. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Have a beautiful day and bye bye!